Trusting one man with your life savings, your family's future, only to discover it was all a lie. He promised security but delivered devastation. This isn't Bernie Madoff. This is the story of Earl Jones, the charming Canadian financier who ran the largest Ponzi scheme in Canadian history, stealing up to $100 million from over 160 victims, many his own friends and family. Shocking fact, Jones lived like a king, yachts, Rolex watches, Miami condos, while his victims lost everything, some driven to despair. Evidence from Quebec's AMF, Autorité des Marchés Financiers, report 2009 shows he never invested a dime. It was all smoke and mirrors. How did one man fool so many for 30 years? What evidence finally brought him down? Stay for the full breakdown, from the scheme's roots to the courtroom drama. Could your financial advisor be hiding a secret like this? Let's go back to Montreal in the late 1970s. Earl Jones was a charismatic accountant in his 30s, working at a small firm. He came from a modest background but had a gift for gab. People trusted him instantly. By 1980, he started his own investment advisory business, promising safe, high returns, 8 to 12% annually, far above market averages, without risk. Shocking fact, Jones wasn't a licensed broker. Evidence from AMF investigation 2009 revealed he operated unregistered for decades, violating securities laws from day one. He targeted affluent English-speaking Montrealers, doctors, lawyers, retirees, through word of mouth. "Earl's your guy," they'd say. He built relationships, dinners, golf, even vacations. Victims weren't strangers. Many were friends, relatives, or referrals. The Ponzi began small. He'd take money, promise to invest in bonds or stocks, but instead used new investments to pay old clients. No real portfolios, just fake statements. Evidence. Court documents from U.S. versus Jones 2010 show forged bank letters and fabricated returns. By the 2000s, the scheme ballooned to $50 to $100 million. Jones lived lavishly, a $1 million home, luxury cars, trips to Europe. One victim said in a 2009 CBC interview, he was like family until he wasn't. Question: how do you spot a wolf in sheep's clothing when he's your best friend? Jones didn't just steal money, he stole futures. Shocking fact. One family lost $3 million, their entire retirement, forcing an 80-year-old to work again. How it worked: clients gave cash or checks. Jones promised secure investments. He'd send fake monthly statements showing growth. Evidence. Seized documents from RCMP raid 2009 revealed Excel spreadsheets with fabricated numbers. No real trades. He targeted vulnerability, widows, elderly, trusting friends. Shocking fact, 70% victims over 60 per AMF victim list 2009. One widow lost $1.2 million, her husband's life insurance. Victim stories bring the horror home. Take the Smith family, pseudonym for privacy. They invested $500K over 20 years. Jones was their Uncle Earl. When the crash hit, they lost everything. Evidence. Smith testimony in Quebec's Superior Court 2010. He hugged me at my husband's funeral, then took our savings. Another, a doctor, lost $2 million, driving him to depression. Shocking fact. Some victims contemplated suicide per psychological reports in class action lawsuit 2010-2012. Jones spent lavishly. $1 million Florida condo, $50,000 watches, yacht parties. Evidence. Bank records from trial showed $10 million plus spent on personal expenses. He even used victim money for his daughter's wedding. Question: how far would trust take you before you question it? The house of cards collapsed in July 2009. Shocking fact: Jones vanished with $17 million in cash, leaving victims penniless. It started with one suspicious client, a lawyer who demanded records. Jones stalled, then disappeared. Victims panicked, filing complaints with AMF. AMF and RCMP launched Operation Jones, raids on his office and home. Evidence. Seized computers showed fake spreadsheets and no investments. Bank traces revealed $10 million siphoned to personal accounts. Jones fled to Florida but surrendered in August 2009. Shocking fact, he admitted guilt immediately per plea deal transcript 2010. Evidence, AMF report 2009 detailed 30-year unregistered operation violating Quebec's Securities Act. Trials in 2010, Jones got 11 years, served about 7, released 2016. Class action lawsuits returned about $17 million, a fraction of losses. Evidence, Superior Court ruling 2010 confirmed Ponzi structure. Victims said in interviews, "He stole our trust more than our money." Question, how do you recover from betrayal that deep? The scandal shook Canada. Shocking fact, AMF reformed regulations, but many victims never recovered. Some died broke. Legacy, exposed how unregulated advisors prey on trust, inspired stricter laws in Quebec. Evidence, 2012 AMF review led to new licensing rules. Today, Jones lives quietly, a free man, but his victims carry the scars. One said in a 2017 interview, he destroyed generations. Question, is the system fixed or are there more Earl Joneses out there? Comment below. Like, subscribe for more fraud exposés.